Love Beyond the Sky. Chapter 14. As soon as Kian went inside to get water for Ariana, he saw Rohan speaking aggressively on the phone. Kian muttered to himself, "Who is this gorilla talking to so angrily?" Saying this, he crept closer and hid behind a curtain, trying to eavesdrop. Rohan said in a hushed but angry tone, "Hello? Yeah, I'm coming. Just wait a little." Then he cut the call and looked around before leaving. Kian narrowed his eyes. This gorilla is definitely up to something. I bet he's got a secret romance going on. A little later, Ariana sat silently in her wheelchair looking up. Kian walked in with a glass of water. "Your water, Mom," he said softly. Ariana gave a faint smile. "Thank you, Kian." Kian sat beside her. After a pause, he hesitated and asked, "Mom, if you don't mind, can I say something?" Ariana took a sip and said, "Yeah, go ahead." Kian, a bit serious now, said, "It's about Mr. Rohan." Ariana's face stiffened. "What about him?" Kian looked straight into her eyes. I have doubts about him." Ariana frowned. "What kind of doubts?" Kian didn't hold back. "I think he's having an affair." Ariana snapped, annoyed. "Kian, he's my boyfriend. How can you say such things about him?" "I'm not lying," Kian replied in a low tone. "I just heard him on a call. He sounded angry and secretive." Ariana rolled her eyes. Maybe it was just an office call. Kian went silent. For a moment, Ariana's expression changed, but then she composed herself and said, "Maybe you're overthinking. He loves me. The moment he heard about my mother's death, he rushed to be with me. After Mom, he's the only one I consider family." Kian's face dropped hearing this. He lowered his head. Ariana noticed his sadness and asked, "What happened now?" Kian sighed deeply and said, "I just wanted to say, not everything is always what it seems." Ariana paused, taking his words in. "You might be right," she said thoughtfully. Kian smiled a little, relieved. Ariana then pulled out her phone and called someone. Kian raised an eyebrow. "Mom, who are you calling?" Ariana gestured for him to stay quiet and said on the phone, "Hey, where are you? Come quickly." Moments later, Rohan arrived and said, "Hey baby, you called me?" Without any expression, Ariana held out her hand. "I need your phone." Rohan was stunned. "My phone? Why?" "Please baby, just give it to me," Ariana insisted. Rohan hesitated for a moment, then handed it over. Ariana checked his call history and after a moment said, "So you were talking to my rival again?" Kian was shocked. He didn't understand how Ariana was taking Rohan's cheating so casually. Ariana showed Kian the call history, the name on screen, Mr. Raghavanshi. Kian's jaw dropped. Ariana and Rohan burst into laughter. "I told you it must be something important. And of course, Mr. Raghavanshi is my rival. Rohan spends more time with him than with me," she joked. But Kian didn't laugh. His face remained serious. Ariana noticed and patted his shoulder. "It's okay, Kian. You were just worried for me. Nothing wrong with that. But now you see, right?" Kian forced a fake smile and nodded. Ariana yawned. "I'm sleepy now. Let's talk tomorrow." Rohan held her wheelchair and said, "Yeah, baby, let's go. Today was a headache anyway." As they left, Kian was still deep in thought. "My instincts, they're not wrong," he said to himself. Next morning, Kian, dressed like a hero as always, whistled and flexed his arm as he headed out, only to be stopped by Rohan, who stood in his path with a crooked smile. Kian rolled his eyes. "Move aside, I need to go." Rohan said in a harsh tone, "Who do you think you are?" Kian smirked. "A hero. Not my words. The world says so." Rohan growled, "Shut up, stop poisoning Ariana's mind against me." Kian replied sharply, "Poison is already there. That's why she's dating someone like you." Rohan clenched his fists. "What do you mean by that?" Kian tapped his shoulder and said, "I mean, dear monkey, sorry, Rohan sir. I know you're up to something. My instincts are never wrong." Rohan gave a sinister smile. "First, there's nothing going on. Second, even if there was, you can't do anything. Ariana trusts me blindly. I could be having an affair, and she'd still never leave me." Kian replied with disdain, "You're disgusting. Ariana thinks of you as her family, and you—" He took a deep breath and continued, "Don't worry. I'll end this blind love soon. I'll throw you out of her life." Rohan yelled, "What nonsense! How dare you speak this way about me and Ariana?" Just then a furious voice came from behind. "What nonsense are you talking?" Kian turned to Ariana, standing there. He instantly realized this was Rohan's masterstroke. "Ma'am, it's not what it looks like," he tried to explain, but Ariana's eyes were filled with rage. "Enough, Kian. I've had enough. I can't believe you tried to separate me and Rohan knowing he's the only one I consider family." Shaking with anger, Ariana said, "You're just a bodyguard. Who are you to interfere in my life? Who are you to judge my boyfriend?" Kian, hurt, said, "I just want to protect you, ma'am. I don't want you to get hurt." Tears welled in Ariana's eyes. "Your overprotectiveness is too much now. I've known Rohan since childhood. You just came yesterday. You can't ruin our bond." Kian stepped back, his face fallen. Ariana stepped forward and shouted, "Get the hell out of my house!" Now Kian was angry too. He clenched his fists and said, "Fine, but when this man betrays you, don't come crying to me." Ariana matched his glare and said, "Not even my slipper will come to you. Don't you dare show me your face again." Kian turned to leave, casting one last glance at Rohan, whose face bore a crooked, victorious smile. He walked away swiftly. Ariana ran to her room in tears. Meanwhile, Rohan stretched and smirked. Well, now the roadblock's gone. What is Rohan's real truth? Was Kian right all along? Is Ariana walking straight into a trap? And has Kian truly left her life forever? To find out, stay tuned. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and press the bell icon to stay updated.